So guys, we have some pretty interesting streaming news to get into on this video. It looks like Amazon are looking to adapt their next video game entry into a series, and it looks like they've chosen Wolfenstein, which is a very, very interesting video game subject. It's about like World War II soldiers fighting against Nazis, kind of like an alternative kind of timeline, kind of like that series Man in the High Castle, where as if the Nazis had won World War II. So there's a lot of that alternate kind of multiverse kind of feel to it. But in this, like the Nazis, they have these crazy experiments where they build these big mech robots. They have these huge robot dogs, and they kind of experiment with all these crazy contraptions and devices. And it's very, very interesting. It's a great series of games. I do recommend checking them out. But anyway, regardless of all that, let's get into this article here. Let's break it down and see what we can learn about Amazon adapting Wolfenstein here. So this comes to us from Gizmodo. Amazon to adapt video game explicitly about beating the crap out of some Nazis. So yeah, I mean, we've had countless shows, movies, media about, you know, different heroes taking on the Nazis. Obviously, Indiana Jones being a big one. But yeah, I mean, it just never gets old having Nazis, you know, being defeated in movies and stuff. So Wolfenstein marks the second Bethesda video game adaptation coming to Prime Video after Fallout. I mean, Amazon seems to be the go-to place now for video game adaptations. They're making so much stuff. I mean, we've got Fallout Season 2 coming. It looks like we've got this Wolfenstein show. We've got Warhammer coming. We've got God of War. All of these big gaming tentpole IPs are being changed into TV shows and series, whichever term you want to use. And it looks like Amazon is really trying to get a step up on the competition with these big video game adaptations. And like I already said, it could be the go-to place in the future for video game series. But they're definitely making bold moves, that's for sure. But anyway, let's start reading this information here. So, in what's quickly become an arms race among streamers, Amazon MGM Studios announced it's developing a TV series of Wolfenstein to add to its growing catalogue of video game adaptations. Yeah, I mean, it's becoming the next big thing. I mean, not just in streaming, but in movies as well. I mean, we've had like the Sonic movie. The Sonic franchise is doing incredibly well. We had the Super Mario Brothers movie. That made over $1 billion. We just had Minecraft. That made nearly $1 billion. I believe it made about 900 million, just under $1 billion. So, the video game curse, I should say, has officially been broken. And, you know, I think a lot of Hollywood studios and streamers are like caught onto this, and they're trying to get a leg up on the competition. So the announcement came from Variety, which reports that Patrick Somerville of Maniac fame will serve as its creator, writer, and showrunner. Alongside Somerville, James Altman and Jörg Gustafsson, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, of Keyframe Films and game developer Machine Games, respectively, will also serve as executive producers. While Variety goes on to state that the plot details are being kept hush-hush, of course they would be, as it's probably still in pre-production, the publication did note that the Wolfenstein's incredibly official logline summarizes its premise succinctly, writing, "The story of killing Nazis is evergreen." So basically what I take away from that logline, the story of killing Nazis is evergreen, they're basically saying that, you know, killing Nazis never gets boring. It never goes out of fashion. It's always going to be here. There's always going to be stories being told about it. And as long as you have some good material and a good script, killing Nazis is always going to be something that people are interested in. So luckily, we have some reasonably detailed history from its source material to glean more about the series beyond its succinct premise. Yeah, guys, just to go off on a tangent for a second, I have played the games before. I completed one of the games way back in the day. It must be like 10 years ago now since I played the last game. I don't even remember which game in the entry it was, if I'm honest. But I remember having a really fun time with it. Like, these waves of Nazis are coming at you, and they've got crazier and crazier contraptions. Mech robots and, you know, different exosuits. And I remember this gigantic robot kind of dog coming at me, and like all these kind of crazy contraptions that the Nazis have built in this alternate timeline. And the games are really fun. If you like first-person shooters, if you like killing Nazis in video games, and alternative kind of timelines, then the game is definitely going to be for you, so I would check it out. Wolfenstein is a first-person shooter legend dating back to the 1980s, primarily depicting the exploits of a soldier named William B.J. Blazkowicz as he infiltrates Nazi bases and riddles their grunts, mechanical automatons, and more with righteous hell of bullets. The series began in 1981's Castle Wolfenstein and originally largely dealt with Nazi experiments into the occult, but was rebooted in 2014 by Machine Games, part of Fallout and Indiana Jones of the Great Circle publisher. So yeah, it looks like they're, striking up a deal with the same guys who did Fallout. So they're trying to, bring more Bethesda games into the mix over at Amazon. And it wouldn't surprise me if they're already in conversations with Bethesda about more gaming properties that they can adapt and bring over. I'm sure there's a lot of conversations in the background going on about the big IP that Bethesda has and what would be suitable to be adapted. And it'd be interesting to see, in the coming months as to if they're going to announce any other adaptations as well. Okay, the New World Order. While Blazkowicz remains the series protagonist, the revived Wolfenstein follows an alternate history where Nazi Germany won World War II. Yeah, so it's very similar. You remember? I think I may have already mentioned it. I can't remember if I have. There's that series called The Man in the High Castle. If you haven't heard of it, it's about a series that's set in an alternate timeline where the Nazis won World War II. And it follows a bunch of soldiers and a bunch of people dealing with how to combat the Nazis after they won the war. So it's kind of the same sort of premise here. While Blazkowicz remains, we already read that. Wolfenstein follows an alternate history where Nazi Germany won World War II through the use of advanced scientific technology, going on to invade the world. Its most recent title, Wolfenstein Youngblood, was released in 2019. So yeah, a lot of it's to do with the scientific technology. There was a movie that came out a while ago called Overlord, where a bunch of World War II soldiers, they parachuted into Germany, I think, or France, something like that, and they come across a facility where the Nazis had experimented on people, and it was more of a zombie type movie, whereas this series, Wolfenstein, is more about the technology rather than experimenting on humans per se. So it's more technology rather than the actual experimenting on human side of it. Okay, as mentioned earlier, should the Wolfenstein series materialize, it will see Prime Video and producer Kilter Films double dipping on the Bethesda catalog. The last of which is the Walton Goggins and Ella Purnell-led Fallout series, which they've done a magnificent job with Fallout. It is so good. It captures the essence, the vibe, the style, the script is good, it's witty, it's funny. Walton Goggins is just an incredible actor, and Ella Purnell's great as well. So Fallout Season 2 is slated to premiere in December, and it's already been renewed for a third season. Outside of the Bethesda universe, Prime Video has 3 other gaming adaptations in development. These series include adaptations of BioWare's sci-fi series Mass Effect, Santa Monica Studio God of War, and from the tabletop side of gaming, Games Workshop Warhammer 40,000, starring former Superman and Witcher actor Henry Cavill. We haven't really had an update on that for a long time now, and I'm kind of concerned that that's maybe fallen through. But a Henry Cavill Warhammer 40k, that would explode. I think people would lose their damn minds for that. God of War would be crazy as well, but they really have to cast. They have to cast that role correctly. God of War, he's got a very striking appearance. He's a very big guy, and you have to cast that right. There has to be the right actor for that. Mass Effect as well. I was never big on Mass Effect, but I can see a lot of people would be interested in that as well. Big sci-fi concepts. So in the context of Prime Video's slate of video game adaptations, and in comparison to Netflix's upcoming projects, including Splinter Cell and Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed was recently greenlit, and they're moving forward on Assassin's Creed. I'm very excited about that. I love the games, so I'm excited to see what they do with that. The trend of video game adaptations appears to be showing no signs of slowing. Our only hope is that Prime Video takes a page out of Netflix's playbook with its casting, choosing Alan Richardson of Reacher fame as BJ. If you have a large man on retainer, it's only right to give him the role of another gaming's leading men. Yeah, I mean, I could see Alan Richardson playing the lead role here. I mean, he does resemble, if we go up here and we look at this picture, he does resemble this guy just like slightly. This guy in the picture here of the game is not as big built as Richardson is, but I could imagine him playing the role. I think he would fit it pretty well. But there's countless other actors that could do a great job as well. It's all about the actor that fits the role. So it doesn't matter so much on the appearance. It's more about the acting ability and whether the person actually fits the character that you're trying to make, rather than trying to force an actor in there just because he looks like someone from the game. Okay, is there any decent comments here? We already have a Wolfenstein movie. They just called it Overlord. That was something that I alluded to earlier in the video. Overlord's more about the human experimentation rather than the technology. So the premise is similar, but very, very different in that respect. Okay, I would be stoked if they adapted 2001 Return to Castle Wolfenstein story. I played the absolute crap out of that game. In this version of Wolfenstein, there are good Nazis who come out to an agreement to give tax breaks to... What? I'm not sure what that's about. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to bother because those comments don't really seem that relevant to what we're talking about. But there's just a small update there. We don't have anything outside of that log line there where it says killing Nazis is evergreen. It's never going to get boring. We don't know much about the plot. We don't have any castings. Release date is very, very early. Literally just been announced on the trades in the last 24 hours. But guys, let me know what you think about this. Have you played the Wolfenstein games? Are you excited for it to be adapted? Do you think it could be made into a good series? Or do you think this is something that should be left purely to video games rather than it being adapted to a series? Whatever your thoughts are here. And also, let me know who you think should be cast in the main role. Who would you like to be cast? But guys, just let me know what you think about this. Have you played the games? If you think this is a good idea to be turned into a series, leave your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions down below in the comment section as always. Thanks so much for being here, guys. Make sure you hit the like button before you leave. Consider becoming a subscriber to help support the channel content. I would really appreciate that. And hit that notification bell to stay up to date with more streaming and movie news that we have going on the channel in the near future. And with that down, as always, I will see you in the next video.